My name is Taylor Bowers. I have two jobs. I'm an architect by night, and by day I'm an administrator for Calvary Chapel. Since I really got into architecture, I think my perception on what is valuable has really kind of shifted. I think I've always really wanted buildings, I've always viewed them as being backdrops. They're like the backdrop of our daily lives. So people, they live, they work, they eat, they play. A lot of our time is spent in or around buildings, and so to have those as being kind of the backdrop of our daily lives. With that, I would say that there are certain aspects that I really try to emphasize. Connectivity between people. Our buildings should somehow allow us to relate to each other better. They should allow us to relate to our natural environment. So with that, I like for buildings to be, like I said, typically not there to assert themselves, not to overpower people, but to be respectfully integrated into the environment, integrated into the neighborhood, integrated into the city fabric, but also a place that's welcoming. And I think that you can achieve that through natural materials, access to natural daylight, ventilation. I don't think largely our buildings are meant to isolate us from each other or from the outside, but instead, again, to provide those connections. We studied in architecture school the old Roman style of architecture, where they're in their cities they would build their houses right next to each other, and so there were these continuous, almost like townhouses of Roman houses. And what they would do is, the very functional thing is, they would have what they called the impluvium, which is a central courtyard, and all the roofs would pitch back towards it, and so they would collect their rainwater in a big cistern there, and it would allow natural daylight and ventilation breezes to come into all the rooms that surrounded it. And so I thought, well, that's a great idea. This could work very well right here. And so what we have is the houses are designed in the shape of a C. And we have two basic concepts. There is the one where the master is on the main and it opens out directly into the courtyard, and the living, kitchen, dining also under that courtyard, and the bedrooms upstairs look down into that courtyard. The other option that we have, which is 400, is one where all the living space is on the ground floor and all the bedrooms are up above. But in 400's case, we have the living in the front and the kitchen, dining in the back all can open up through these sliding patio doors onto this courtyard, effectively on nice days, making that whole area one big continuous flowing outdoor space. But it also brings in lots of, as I said, natural daylight and natural ventilation into the rest of the house.